First example, graph the inequality 2y plus x smaller than or equals 4. We have two ways to graph this inequality. The first way, get x-intercept and y-intercept. How can I get it? Put x equal 0 and y equal 0. But before putting x equal 0 and y equal 0, the first step, change the inequality to be like an equation. The first step, make inequality like an equation. How? Like convert this inequality sign to be like equal, just equal. So now I convert it to y plus x equals 4. This is the first step. The second step, put x equals 0. Why? To get the value of y. So substitute in this equation 2y plus x is 0 equals 4. So 2y equals 4 divided by 2 divided by 2 to get the value of y equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we have now ordered where the value of x is 0 and y is 2. The third step, put y equals 0. Why? To get the value of x. So substitute in the same equation, like 2y, 2 times y, 2 times 0, plus x equals 4. 2 by 0 is 0, so x now equals 4. So we have another ordered pair. The value of x is 4 and the value of y is 0. Now we can graph by using two ordered pairs from 0 and up to 2, from 0 and up to 2, from 4 and to 0, from 4 to 0. Then we will make a line to join them. So what's the difference between the line like this and the straight line, like cutting line? This is smaller or equal, smaller or equal. So we will make a complete line without any cutting in this line. This is how to graph it. How we can determine the area? The area, the sign here is a smaller than or equal. So in this line, we will shade or color the area that down to the line. This is line and this is the area down to the line. Another example, how to graph this inequality by using another way. Okay, in the first way, we make the equation, convert the inequality to be an equation, put x equals 0 to get the value of y, put y equals 0 to get the value of x. We have another way. We can solve the second example using another way. How we can make it? The first step I told you, make the inequality be an equation. So it will be 3x minus 2y equals 2. We will solve it by using another way. Another way, how to convert this equation to be like an equation of a line y equal mx plus b. How we can convert this equation to be like in this form? The first step, bring 3x to the other side. So it will be negative 2y equals negative 3x. We will change the sign because we bring it to the other side. Change the sign of x. It will be negative 3x plus 2. And this is negative 2y. Negative 2y. How we can graph it? Now we can divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. So y equals 3 over 2x minus 1, because 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. Now we have equation in the form of y equal mx plus b. So this is the y-intercept, this is b, and this is m, the slope. So where is -1 in y-axis? Here is -1 in y-axis. How we can represent or represent the slope of this straight line? By using 3/2, rise over run, rise over run. So we will rise 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. Then run 2 steps to the right because this is positive. 1, 2. So we will put the other point here. So we have 2 problems now. About the line is continue line or cutting straight line. This is just greater than. There is no equal sign. There is no equal sign, so we will make a line like cutting that, as you can see, not a complete line. This is how to represent or to graph a line. The second problem, how we can graph or shade or color the area. The area that above or below, up or down, how we can graph it. The most easiest way that we will make this inequality like y greater or smaller. Keep y in the left hand side and other elements and other terms in the other side. How we can make it? 3x minus 2y greater than 2. Bring it to the other side as we are talking here about the equation. 3x, so negative 2y is greater than negative 3x plus 2. So we want to divide by -2. If we divide by negative number, so we will make a conversion. What is this? Changing the inequality sign. Change the direction of inequality sign. So here, y, instead of greater, it will be smaller. 3 out of 2, x minus 1. So the sign here is smaller. Smaller, which means down, not up. So I color the area that down to the line. Some examples of inequalities and how to graph it. This is x greater than or equals to 5. How we can graph it? If he asked you x equal, x greater than, x smaller than, and so on, so this is a line represented by a line. This is just one variable. If x equals something, any number, so I'll draw a line parallel to y-axis. Parallel to y-axis. From where? From 5. From 5 here, and I'll draw a line like this. But this is a continued line or a cutted line. This will be continued, like full line, like this, because we have here greater or equal. So which area that we will color? Right or left? This is greater than. So this is a line. I'll color or shade the area that lies in right of the line. In the other example, x is smaller than or equals 5. We understand and we get that when he asked me x smaller than or equal 5, so I'll draw a line parallel to y-axis. And we have here equal sign, so it will be complete line. Another or the third step, how we can color the area. This is smaller than, so we will color the area that lies on the left of line, like this area. Another examples, if you asked you y is greater than or equal 5, because he asked me why, so I'll draw a line which is parallel to x-axis, parallel to x-axis. So we have x-axis here, so I'll draw a line from 5 here, so I'll draw a line, continued line. Which area that I will color? Because this is greater, so I'll color the area that lies up to the line. And the opposite one, y smaller than or equals to 5, from 5, and I'll color the area that lies down or below the line. Another complicated example, how we can represent it. Now, this is an inequality. The first step, make the inequality like y-intercept, like y greater or equal to, just wait, y is greater or equal, bring it to the other side, negative 2x plus 4. So we have two steps now. The first step, make the inequality like an equation. So it will be y equal negative 2x plus 4. You can use the first way, put x equals 0, then get the value of y, put y equals 0, and to get the value of x. This is the first way. The second way, we have here equation of a straight line. So we have y-intercept is 4. So this is b. From b here, choose 4. And we have here negative 2, which means negative 2 over what? Over 1. So down 2 steps, 1, 2. Then to the right 1 step. So we have 2 lines and draw a line. How we can determine the area that I will color? This is greater than. So greater than, like the man that looks up to the line. So I'll color this area. The second one, y is greater than, make it like y greater or smaller, y is smaller than or equal, bring it to the other side, negative 2x plus 4. So now we can convert it to be like an equation as we did before. So y equals negative 2x plus 4. So this is b. Y-intercept in y-axis, put a dot in b, in 4. So we have here negative 2, like down 2 steps and 1, 2. So down 2 steps and 1 to the right because over 1. So this is the second point that I represent. The second, or the next step, make a line. Okay, after we make a line, which area that we will represent, we will color. Okay, we have a smaller than. So, like the man that he looks down to the line. So I color O area which lies down to the line. Okay, another one. I raise all the steps that I did before. Okay, this example, how we can graph. Now, bring 2x to the other side. So negative y is greater or equal negative 2x plus 4. So we have negative y, not y. So we can multiply or divide by negative 1. So divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. So y And the change, don't forget to change the direction of inequality sign because we divided by negative number. So instead of greater or equal, it will be smaller or equal. Negative 2 over negative 1, it will be 2 over 1 x minus 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 3. So it will be minus 3. So here from negative 3 in y-axis, put a line, put a dot. Okay, and it will be 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over 1. So I'll down 2 and 2 steps. Okay, 1, 2. So the line, it will be like here. Okay, so I'll draw a line. Okay, and you can, if you make it, you can make it like an equation, y equal 2 over 1x minus 3. This is like an equation of a straight line. Okay, so now after drawing a line, joining 2 points, the two important step, how to color the area. This is greater than or smaller than. I see in the original inequality greater than, but it's not right because this is negative y here, not y. So like in this inequality, this is important to see this inequality, like y what? Y is greater or smaller. Here, in this form, you can determine in the most easiest way, we can draw or color the area that lies above or below. This is y smaller than or equal, smaller. So color the area that below the line, all area that below the line. Another example, 2x minus y is smaller than 4. So now this is not y, this is negative y. So we have here a trick, like the first step, make an equality like in the form of y greater or y smaller, like bring it to the other side. So it will be negative y smaller or equals negative 2 plus 4. So divide by negative number. If we divide it here by negative 1, divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. So we can, if we divide by negative, don't forget, change the direction of inequality sign. So y is greater or equal. This is the correct inequality that we will represent according to this inequality. It will be 2, sorry, here x, okay, negative 2 over negative 1, it will be 2 over 1 x minus 4. So now we have inequality. We can make it like an equation of a straight line, y equal 2 over 1x minus 4. So this is b. In negative 4, put a dot like this. And up 2 steps, 1, 2, and to the right 1 step. So this point will be here. Then join a line. What is the inequality that we will represent according to it? This inequality. Y greater or smaller? So it's a greater. Greater, color the area that lies above the line. So like this. Another example. Okay, I'll erase all the steps that I did before. Okay. So we have here examples like 3y minus 2x smaller than or equal to 6. Okay, so make it y greater, y is smaller. So it will be 3y, bring it to the other side, smaller or equal to x plus 6. Now divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. It's no need to change the direction of inequality sign because we divided by a positive number. So it's no need, there is no need to change the direction of inequality sign. So y smaller or equal 2 over 3x plus 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now we can write it like an equation of a line, y equal 2 over 3x plus 2. This is y-intercept 2. So from here, put a dot. And up 3 steps, up 2 steps, right 3 steps. Like 1, 2, and 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. So put the other point here. Okay, so this is rise 2 units, and run 3 places. Okay, so we will make a line. So this is smaller than. This is y smaller than. Smaller, so color the area that below the line. Another example, we will make it y greater or y smaller. So now we have 3y minus 2x is greater than or equal to 6. So 3y, bring it to the other side, greater or equal to x plus 6. So 3y divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. Divided by positive number, so it's no need to change the direction of inequality sign. So it will be y is greater or equal to over 3x plus 2. Can we convert now? Y equal to over 3x plus 2 to be like an equation. So we have here in y-intercept is 2. 1, 2. So 2 here. Then up to steps, right 3 steps. Up 2 steps, 1, 2. Right 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. So this is the second point. And join them. Then this inequality y is greater than or equal. Greater than, greater than. So I color the top or up area. Above the line, above the line. Now, how we can solve this exercise? Example number 1. Which of the following inequalities represents the graph above? We have here a cutting line, so there is no equal. So there is no greater than or equal or smaller than or equal. The second that we can observe that we have here a line which parallel to x-axis. I told you before, when you see a line parallel to x-axis, so y is equal, y greater, y smaller. So we can cancel choice number A and B because this line is parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis from -2. Okay, so y? Y here is greater or smaller? He colored the area that above the line. Above the line. So now y is greater than -2. So this is the best choice. Another example. Which of the following inequalities represents the graph above? Okay, we have here 4 inequalities, but they are different in forms, like 2y minus 3x greater than 6. We can make the first one like y greater or y smaller. The first one, 2y minus 3x, okay, greater or equal 6. So bring it to the other side. So 2y greater or equal 3x plus 6. Divide by 2. So y is greater or equal 3 over 2 plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is the inequality of the first one. the inequality of the second choice. 2y minus 3x smaller or equal 6. So 2y smaller or equal to 3x plus 6. So y is smaller or equal 3 over 2x plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. This is the second inequality. The third inequality is 3y minus 2x greater or equal 6. So 3y greater or equal 2x plus 6. So y is greater or equal 2 over 3x plus 6 divided by 3 is 2. The third one, D, 3y minus 2x smaller or equal to 6. So 3y smaller or equal 2x plus 6. So we will divide the inequality by 3. It will be y smaller or equal 2 over 3x, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we have here 4 inequalities. Okay, according to these inequalities, A, B, C, D, look at the y-intercept. The y-intercept here is what? The point that the line cut y-axis in what? In point 2. So the first and the second choice is wrong because B here is 3 and B here is 3. This is wrong according to B. It should be 2. So now we can choose between C and D according to the what? They are like the same, but here is in C greater than or equal, and D is smaller than or equal. So we have an area, color the area here below the line, down to the line. So now we will choose number D, the fourth choice. In this example, A, which is the following inequalities represent the graph above. Now convert each inequality, but before converting it, we can see that this is not a complete line. This is a line cutting line, like a strip. So we can cancel firstly 2 choices, where C and D, because we have a smaller or equal and greater or equal. So at first we can cancel them. So we can choose now between A and B. Convert each one to be like y greater or y smaller. So in inequality A, x plus y smaller than negative 1. So y smaller than negative x minus 1. So this is the first inequality. B, x plus y greater than negative 1. Bring it to the other side. So y is greater than negative x minus 1. So this is the second inequality. Now we can choose according to the shaded or the colored area. So now he colored the area that below the line, down to the line, not above to the line. So should be smaller than. Where is smaller than here? In these choices? No. In the correct form, like y greater or y smaller. So here colored the area below the line. So y smaller than. So this choice will be correct. Y smaller than negative x minus 1. According to this choice, so we will choose this one. Okay, this is our last example. Which of the following inequalities represents the graph above. Now we have here all of them greater or smaller or equal. And this is a complete line, so we cannot cancel firstly any choice. So we can now convert these inequalities to be like y greater or y smaller. The first one, a 2x minus y greater or equal 0. So negative y, now negative y greater or equal, bring 2x to the other side, negative 2x plus 0. Okay, so I need y, not negative y. So I'll divide by negative 1. So if we divide by negative 1, don't forget, change the direction of inequality sign. So y is greater or equal negative 2 over negative 1. So that will be 2 over 1x. This is the first one. B 2x minus y smaller or equal 0. So we have here negative y, smaller or equal, bring it to the other side. So in the first choice, we should convert or change the direction of an equal sign. So it will be smaller or equal, okay, after dividing by negative number. Okay, it will bring it 2x to the other side, so it will be negative 2x. So we will divide by negative number, divide by 1, divide by 1, by negative 1. So y change greater or equal 2 over 1x. Okay, C x minus 2y greater than 0. So negative 2y is greater than negative x. Divide by negative 2. So y smaller than negative x divide negative 2. It will be 1 over 2x. Let's try D. Like x minus 2y smaller or equal to 0. So negative 2y smaller or equal, bring x to the other side, negative x. So divide by negative number. Don't forget, change the direction, will be y greater or equal. So 1 over 2x. So we have here, all of them, y-intercept is 0. Okay. So which one of them will be correct? Look at this. We have here, this is the first 4. Just we will color this inequality. And choice B, choice C, and the last choice D. Okay, so now, where is the colored part? Above the line or below the line? Excellent, it will be above the line, above the line. So y should be greater than or equal. So now we can cancel 2 choices. Where choice smaller, will be wrong, okay? And smaller than here will be wrong. So it will be or D. B or D. Y is greater than 2 over 1x or y greater than half x. So we can choose between them according to the slope. Where is the slope here? We have here, according to this point, we have here 1, 2. So this is 2 and this is what? 1. From 1 and up to 2. So this point is 2. Okay? Okay. So according to the slope, this is 1 over 2 or 2 over 1. So he up 2 steps and 1 step to the right. So 2 over 1. So according to the slope, the choice B will be correct. Up 2 steps, rise, two steps and run one step. Okay, one step. So B is the correct answer according to B here. So B here will be correct.